gentlemen, welcome to the Culture Insight Show hosted by J. Will
and Tony.
And we're actually here to learn about the culture and the history of these amazing, beautiful women and the insight into their future. Well, welcome to the show, Destiny Tiera. How y'all doing?
Amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, before we even get into the show, like honestly, I gotta make sure like y'all feeling good. Like I gotta make sure y'all feel at home, y'all feel welcome. And so, no other than like popping a bottle of Bel Air. How y'all feeling?
Let's do it.
Let's get it. And so while we're actually grabbing the bottle, you know, just to give you guys a little insight about who these women are. You know, they two boss women been crushing the industry right now. I mean, these ladies are in e-commerce, they're in real estate, they're in network marketing, right? They're in graphic designing. They own their own entire design group business. I mean, you got business coaches, mentors. She's a mother, part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I mean, these ladies do it all. You know, if you're seeing them on this show, just know they're traveling around the world. They're influencers. They're social media influencers. They teach you how to build your page to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiera and Destiny.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome. And so I just really I just really wanted to like bring y'all onto the show and, you know, give the people just something to really like experience, because a lot of people are seeing what you guys are doing, but they don't really know what type of struggles, what type of trials, tribulations, adversities that you guys actually went to get to like where you are now. And I honestly don't think they even know where you guys are going, where you're located, how can they get in contact with you. So that's a little something that we're gonna talk about today on the show. Anthony, you have anything?
Honestly, we just want to make sure people understand exactly what you've been through and how you got through it. That's the most important thing for it, because inspiring others to go through the same industry you're in, or go through the same different, dripping a little bit there, go having the same issues that you've had in the past. We want them to know that they can get through it too and get to exactly where they want to be.
100%. And so, you know, let's start off, you know, and just take a little cheers to this episode. I mean, this is actually, you know, one of the first interviews you guys been on, right?
Yes.
So you got a little jitters, a little shit out there a little bit. It's cool though. I'm gonna go ahead and pull us up real quick. And, you know, we're gonna take a cheers to new blessings, new beginnings, you know, and future success.
Yes. Let's get it.
Cheers. So like Tiera, you know, are you originally from Charlotte, North Carolina?
No, so I am from Durham, North Carolina.
Okay.
919.
919. That's good.
Yes. So yeah, but I moved to Charlotte about 2.5 years ago. Yeah, just to start a new journey, not too far away from home though.
Most definitely.
But just to venture out a little bit and see if I can.
And you're from Raleigh, right?
No, I'm not from Raleigh. I'm from a very, very small town called Lebanon, North Carolina.
I don't know where that's
Exactly. So, I'm from Raleigh.
Okay, so it's near Raleigh. Okay.
Yeah.
So Durham and Raleigh's not too far from each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you ladies meet each other?
You know,
Crazy
funny.
Okay.
So we actually both went to
UNCG, and we never crossed paths.
Never, ever.
Joined the same business fraternity and everything, still never crossed paths like that. Like, I think it was like, cause I'm a little older than her, so it was like, okay,
Yeah,
what?
I know. It
But then
makes
we joined the same network marketing business, you know, trading and things like that, and then that's when we started like getting like super close. So people would think we've known each other for like years and years and years, but
So y'all actually met each other like through business.
Exactly,
Through
yeah.
business. So it wasn't like just a little, hey, how you doing? We just meet each other like friends.
Yeah,
It was
right.
like through business. Okay.
Right.
That's awesome. And so whenever you guys had connected with each other, how did you know that it was gonna come to a partnership of a new company together?
That's a good question. Our relationship really started off, we had both hit the same level around the same time. So we were both at that point, I think we were making like $1,000 a month, like within the network marketing company. You know, so we were just kind of connecting through that, not even realizing like we were within the same like group and everything like that. I don't even know how the relationship just started from us like being able to just talk every day. To me being like, girl, I can pick up your kid if you need me. So I got 4 hours, whatever you need from me, I got you. But like just from that is really how it came about, and you know, to us getting to where we are now, just doing business together. I guess, like you said, because we did start our relationship off as business and then grew from just a friendship
And
after
it was actually that locked-in relationship.
Yeah.
You guys was making money together.
Yeah, so we be on that. Like, our conversations are, okay, how we gonna get paid for real?
Motivating and pushing each other, like, okay, get it together. I know you can do this. I know you can do that. So, yeah.
Well, I really wanted to bring y'all on the show because, like, y'all been crushing it as boss women lately. Like, I've been seeing you guys everywhere. I mean, this company's calling you guys for different type of services that you guys offer to help their companies out, help them build more revenue, generate more business, with whatever, industry that they're in. And so, what are some tools that you guys use when it comes to making your services effective with other companies?
Good question. Tools as far as making it effective, in like what sense are you kind of like talking about?
As far as like, do you guys do individual work for companies, or do you guys always run it by each other first before taking an initiative to be like, okay, this is what we can do to help this company that booked y'all?
Right. I think we really do it like as a team. We both have big networks like individually within ourselves. So we have people from all over like really contacting us about, just different services and things like that. But it's always, hey team, we just got this client, let's talk to them together. Because there are skills that we both have and things that one of us is better at, another is better at something else, and we're able to collab within that. Because Tia herself, she has like an actual degree like in marketing and just different stuff like that. I had no degree whatsoever. So like the analytical stuff, like T really like gets to it and really knows how to like show the numbers and be able to kind of show people how they can really scale and grow their business. I'm just like, okay, let me just figure out how to make it beautiful and put it together.
She is true talent, I tell you. Because she can make something look so appealing. You're like, I wouldn't even thought of that.
Yes, so it's really like teamwork, like where I fall, she can pick me up and vice versa.
So how did like moving to like the Charlotte area actually help you like build a bigger network as far as like business?
I would say, honestly, within Charlotte, like, I didn't know exactly what I was getting myself into when I first moved here. But just, like, putting myself out there and, like, just going to different networking events, things like that. I've noticed that Charlotte, it has a lot of, like, potential and just people that are, like, about their business.
A lot more opportunity.
Yeah.
That's how you felt when you had moved to Charlotte.
Exactly, yeah. I moved here for my photography and videography, wanting to make those connections, and I feel like there's more people out here on the streets trying to make a name for themselves. So making those connections, meeting those people out on the streets is definitely important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And did y'all have that same connection within the network and marketing as well?
In the sense of what? Like just more people?
Yes.
Like yeah, that's crazy. I'm gonna be honest, majority of our customers come from that business. Like individuals within that space, like starting their own businesses and stuff like that. Like I always tell people like, we dang near like we good in any city we go to because we always know somebody who lives there and just able to make those connections and stuff like that. So that's really been a blessing, and specifically within that industry, people do need a lot of content and stuff like that. So we have just people from all over, just different brackets and stuff, just reaching out.
And so what's the name of the design group called?
Opulent Design Group.
Opulent Design Group.
Where did you guys come up with a name for that?
So funny again.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
I feel like, honestly, when it comes to just having a business in general, you don't really realize how hard it is to, like, pick a name for your business.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, you just dwell on it so much. Like, I think, okay, we're perfectionists, but I think it took us, like, I think we sat on it for, like, a couple of months.
We had to ask people, like, what do you think?
Because we had different names.
How long you think it took us to come up with the culture insight?
I couldn't even tell you.
It wasn't months, though, I'll tell you that.
So we literally sat on it, played with a couple names, and then we honestly kept seeing Opulent different places.
Yeah.
It was like we would see it, like, just random, like, we seen somebody wearing a chain that said like something. It's just I don't know. It seemed like maybe, God was giving us that sign like, okay, I'm gonna help y'all out a little bit. So it was like more so like that. Like we just started seeing it more, so it was like, okay, let's run with that. And
I didn't think we were in love with it. We were
it was like,
whatever.
Right. And now everybody's like, either they're like, ooh,
that's creative.
Yeah, that's creative. Or what does that mean? Or like, when they see, the meaning, they're like, oh, okay.
So what does it mean?
Yeah, so opulence just means like luxury, just like, just upper scale type of stuff. So when we provide work for people, no matter like what your
Next
budget
level
is,
type of work.
yeah, we want to be able to provide that luxury experience, whether you're that small business owner who like, I'm just trying to make it out here, or you're that someone who has a big business and you're trying to scale, we want to be able to provide that same experience throughout.
So, Destiny, you're a social media influencer as well.
Oh my God.
You are a lifestyle coach. A lot of women and little girls out here really love your lifestyle. I've seen your Instagram page. I've seen, you've traveling, the type of videos you create together to really, it's like people are inside of your mind when they see your videos.
Right.
So like, how does that come about? Like, when did you realize like, okay, I can actually show my life and inspire other women to go chase their dreams as well?
Yeah, for me, I think I came up with the brand, The Balanced Boss, like sometime last year. It really just came from a space of when I was just really like grinding, like getting to it and just being, and it was stressful. When I got the success I wanted, like I realized I wasn't as happy because I wasn't really focused on the people and the journey there, but more so like I just want to get here so I can make this amount of money and like I'm lit, like I'm turned. When I got there, I realized I was stressed, and I realized that realistically, when it comes to business, you can like be a boss in business, but you can also take care of yourself in the process, like love yourself, spend time with the people that you love. That's really what it's about. So the Balanced Boss was created off of that. So my purpose really of me posting and stuff like that is really just to show people that you can do it all and kind of have this different balance in life. So yeah, I guess people are inspired by it. They think I'd be doing all these great things.
The
Like, I'm
Balanced Boss, I like that name.
Yeah.
Where did that name come from? Like, what made you think of being a balanced boss?
Yeah, it really was that, like I was saying, just that time of me like not having balance at all and kind of just being so business, but not being able to really take care of myself in the process.
Okay.
So you kind of realized it yourself that you was unbalanced, and it kind of, with you being unbalanced, it turns you into like, okay, let me show my twist around, my whole 180.
Right.
And now that I am a balanced boss now.
Yeah, because I feel like we got a big like hustle culture and just like go get some money, do this, and it's like yes, we gotta do that, but also like you're gonna be miserable when you get that
You need to
success.
take some time to yourself.
Yeah, and I literally have lived that, so I can actually be able to tell people.
When was that turning point that you realized that you needed that balance in your life?
It was I think like 2021, I believe, is really where it was. Like I said, I hit like a level of success that I was really like gunning and reaching for, and then when I got it, it was just like, why the heck are you crying every single day? Like, it's just not what it's supposed to be like.
Right.
And I realized it was because during that time, I didn't care about anything. I was just staying up late doing whatever, got the success. But it's like, okay, you didn't even realize the journey of it is actually the beautiful part.
And did that come with like all of the mentorship that you had on your plate with other people?
Yeah.
And that comes along with you as well, Tiera. Like, with you being a part of a sorority, like there's a lot of women that looks up to you. There's a lot of women that comes to you for questions, as a mentor, as a role model, maybe as a mom figure as well. And so with other women like looking at you guys, and specifically you, Tiera, as far as being a sorority and also being like a business mentor to other women and little ladies out there, how does that inspire you guys to go even harder in what you guys do?
So I would say for me, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated did put like a lot of like empowerment into me, like it instilled certain like characteristics in me that I've been able to take along my journey, just in everyday life. Just holding myself to a certain caliber, like surrounding myself with other women that are like just out there like doing the thing. Like Alpha Kappa Alpha has so many different women that are just about their business, about reaching different pillars of success, and it's just that in itself for me, it pushed me to just let me fit in with the caliber, like that's what it is. So I definitely am so thankful for my sorority. It has brought me so many great experiences, and yes, lifetime journey. So I'm definitely excited to continue motivating and showing other little girls and things like that. You can do it too.
And so as far as like having so much things on you, I mean, you guys are like handy women. Like, you do it all. Like, what was like one of those skills that you guys learned that could surpass all other skills to actually perfect all of them?
That's a great question. One skill.
Like, what was one skill? Like, for example, like you guys do a lot. So was it actually building a business that helped you realize like, okay, I can own other business, I can help other businesses, I can graphic design for this business, I can do real estate. Oh, real estate as well. You're in real estate too, Destiny, right?
Yes, somewhat. I'm learning about it. Not too much.
Not too much.
I'm learning about
Okay,
it.
we get to that. We get to that later. Okay, but like, you know, like what skill actually allows you to perfect other skills to actually turn it into a bigger skill?
I would say, like, realistically, I think it's for both of us too, T. Within that time of us being within that network marketing business, for me, it was like a mindset shift of just like how you can actually be and how you can actually grow within business, and just how I look at myself differently. Like, before that, I was a person who, like, okay, I'm going to go be an occupational therapist, do this, I'm going to make $80K a year, like, I'm good, like, I'm doing better than most of my family. But I got into that space and I was like, no, Destiny, like, it's bigger, like, there's so much more out there. And, like, me and T, like, we're really, like, low-key, our goals be super unrealistic sometimes. Like, we think we can do whatever. And we can. We really can do it. It's just about how you apply yourself. So I think just that really pushed us to be able to, like, just do other things. Like, we have done super hard things. People don't realize being within the network marketing space, it's not easy, and the stuff you have to push yourself to do, whether it be speaking, you know, just the study, the mindset, just everything else. It really pushed us and kind of prepared us for spaces like this, and all the connections that we made prepared us for spaces like this and the way that we serve people during that time.
So speaking of connections, so those relationships that you built goes a long way.
Yes.
So talk about that. Like, how important is building like relationships with people can help business as well?
I definitely would say, and I know we both agree on this, it's so important. Like, how you build a relationship with somebody can take you so far, and you might not even know it at that very moment. Like, how you treat somebody, you know, 2 years ago, and then you might come across that person again, and they might be a person that can put you to, you know, a new door, something else. So it's like just building relationships, and how you know, handle those relationships is so important, because you never know, like, when you might need that person, you never know when you might need that connection, you never know. So that's what we try to, like, keep into consideration when it comes to our business, like, just making sure that we treat everybody like how we would want to be treated, and then too, like, just, you know, go about making sure that everyone feels that we're professional as well too. And that,
show good love and do good business.
Exactly.
And it takes us a long way.
So bouncing back off your skills again, having that degree in that marketing, how do you feel like that gives you a one-up? Well, both of you a one-up because you're in business together. How do you feel like that gives you that one-up over other businesses?
Yeah, so actually, like, funny thing, so I have 2 degrees, one in marketing and one in supply chain management. When I graduated school, I jumped right into my supply chain degree. And fast forward a couple years, I was thinking, like, pondering, like, okay, I have this marketing degree. I know all these, like, skill sets within, like, this degree. I didn't go to school just to not use it, but I don't want to continue, like, just Destiny touched on it a little bit, like, just thinking one-sided of, like, oh, let me just, you know, continue working, you know, make a decent salary, blah, 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 blah. I want to think, like, bigger, like, what can I do, you know, with this degree that can benefit me and benefit those around me. So that's how we kind of came together, and we're like, okay, let's start a digital marketing agency, and let's, you know, do something for our names. Like, if we can do it for other businesses, we can do it for ourselves.
That's
so
true.
we literally thought of that, and then my marketing, you know, background, it definitely helps us, like Destiny was saying, like, with the analytics and, like, just, you know, being able to deep dive and comb through all the data of the behind the scenes of having a marketing agency.
So what was some roadblocks, what was some adversities that you guys had faced in creating this business? Because I feel like there's a lot of people that wants to be a business owner, that wants to be, you know, a mentor. It's a lot of struggles that it takes to really be successful at.
It is. It definitely
100%.
is. I would say one is money.
Yes.
Yeah. So we knew it took money to start a business, but we didn't realize, like, how much all those expenses add up and how frustrating it can be along the way when it starts to trying to get out there and make something for yourself. It's like you have, you know, photo shoots, you have video stuff, you have, you know, products that you have to buy. Like, it's just so much that goes into it. But I would tell somebody, like, don't let that stop you from, like, not doing something for yourself. Like, just find different ways to, do what is within your budget and just run with it and just start. Because that was the other thing we struggle with. Just
keep reminding
starting,
ourselves.
just do it. Yeah, just do it.
So like, how did you guys get past like that procrastination?
It was more so a thing, like Tiera said, like we're both perfectionists, but Tiera will be that person, like Destiny's not that deep, like let's just do it, like let's just do it. I'm like, okay, fine, like, it's not that serious, let's just do it. So that's really what it was. Like how long did it actually take us to launch? We got our LLC like almost like 6 to 8 months before we actually launched. Like we did it, thought we were going to be launching in like maybe 2 to 3 months. Went through the process and we were like, what the heck is going on? And it's just because if we put something out, we know we wanted to do it right. Like we going to show up and y'all going. Because even being a digital marketing agency, like we are a reflection of it. So if our marketing doesn't look good, why would you trust us to, do your work? So that's really what it was. So just getting over that hump and then just kind of having that reminder to ourselves, like, let's just do it. Like it doesn't have to be perfect, but it needs something. It needs to be done to be able to start.
And then whenever you guys finally came up with the name, you said, okay, we're going to start.
Yes.
Okay, Destiny, go ahead. Let's do it. Whenever you guys had that mindset, like it's starting, what was one of the biggest projects that you've done when you first started?
Biggest project. Yes. We've literally done so, even before we launched, we had like 6 clients before we even launched.
Yeah.
And it was because people from our network marketing business, we're doing services for them, them telling other people. And we're like, okay, we'll take it on, like just to get more practice before we can kind of build up clientele.
Yeah.
So even within that, it was really that transitioning them into being like, okay, official clients, like using our platforms and services. But I would say our biggest like sales that are coming in right now is really just from flyers and designs. Like, we probably do maybe 5 to 6 like flyers a week just for clients, and on top of social media management as well. Are kind of like our big things that are really just like going crazy right now.
So what are like all of the services that you guys offer within the design group?
Yes. So we definitely offer custom graphics. We offer video edits, so we'll make your reel look a little more fancy and put
You might have to
together.
hire them. Get a little help with those.
Yeah, we do social media management, like Destiny said. We also have like different like appealing things like small sectors, so like story covers, those type of graphics as well. And then like advertising, and then creative director. So like if you have like different videos, or you have like a project that's launching, will come out and
How do you guys juggle all that?
Anything for your business, we your girls. Like that's really what it is.
How do you guys juggle all of that? Like how
Is it like a certain mindset that you have, or is it just
Yes.
like a go-getting mentality that you just need to have to do that?
I think it's a little bit of both, because realistically, like this is not, like you were saying, we do a lot. This is not all that we do. Tiera and I both have our own jobs within different industries. Tiera's a mom. 2-year-old, love her to death. She be everywhere.
Terrible twos.
She's not 2, she's 4.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
She's 4.
that two when she was 2. A lot.
But yeah, like we do a lot. So it is just that mindset. We know where we want to be. We know that where we can go, and we understand that we may have to make some sacrifices right now. We may be just getting off work, having 3 other meetings to do, but we know we got to get this project done by Friday. So we got to save until 3 a.m. to get this project done. We got to get it done. So it's really just that. We know just these temporary sacrifices that we can make right now with our time will put us to a point where we can scale our business to where it is fully automated. We don't even have to have our hands on it.
We was just talking about this the other day about time management, like sacrifices. Like how important is sacrifices when it comes like hitting your goals within the business?
Extremely
important. And it's so hard.
Because it's like it goes in with time management. Like something's like, okay, I want to do this, but I might not have time to do this, so I got to sacrifice the fun of that to go take care of this. So how important is like time management and like actually having those sacrifices that you have to like take out and just use your time the right way?
Yeah, it's definitely important. Like, we have noticed that, we hold each other accountable as well too. So like, we know a certain task is coming up and we have to get it done. We know we might not be able to go to brunch on Sunday or something like that, a little homecoming.
You have to go get a drink, on Saturday night.
Speaking of which, I think all of us, like, we skipped out on homecoming because we knew we had other things that we were trying to do to, put ourselves ahead further along the way in life. So we just know that we just keep the bigger goal in mind, like when it comes to, you know, making those sacrifices.
So it's kind of like remembering the why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like remembering the why.
Yep.
So what is your why? Why do you wake up every single day and go hard?
Yeah, I would say honestly for me, it is my baby girl. Her name's Skylar.
Shout out Skylar.
Yeah.
Shout out Skylar.
Right. I'm gonna replay this for you and get a little older and be like, yeah, your mommy was on a podcast. But yeah, so she's really my biggest why. Like, I just look at her and just see like so much that I want to give her and things that, because my mom, she did a great job. She did what she had to do. My dad as well too. But it is certain things that I didn't have growing up that I want to be able to give my daughter. Like, to provide for her.
Want
so
to
I
make sure
know
she has the life that you not necessarily didn't have, but life that you would prefer for her.
Yeah, exactly. So just thinking about that and like what I need to do pushes me even more to just be like, okay, Tiera, keep going. Like, you got this. Like,
even when there's days where you don't want to get up or you're just super exhausted, you just remember your little baby girl. And that's what makes you
Yep. And she looks at me, you know, every morning, every day. We together all the time.
Right.
So it's like, constant reminder. And it's so crazy. I'm going to let Destiny go. But it's so crazy because I know you talk about like adversities and stuff like that. It's like she's like doing life with me. Like she, even when I'm like, it was like a couple years ago, I was struggling. I was doing like DoorDash. And she was in the car with me doing DoorDash with me. Like hustling with me. So it's just, I look at her and I see like, you know, I'm doing these things so that I can provide for you.
You said that you was going, it was a time where you was struggling. You was DoorDashing to provide for you and your family and your daughter. And now you own one of the most amazing design group businesses right now. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And Destiny, like, what was your why?
Yeah, that was always something that was super hard for me to figure out because I always felt like it had to be this like super strong thing or X, Y, Z, and I would always be feeling like, okay, if my why is really like my brother, my mom, or my dad, like, why am I not going harder? Like, I should be going 10 times harder if it's really them. And I realized like my why is just all the people that I come in contact with who I'm showing them just a different experience and things that are capable. Like, there are people in my family who like, oh my gosh, Destiny, you travel, you have your passport. Like, they are turned off of me having a passport. Like, just being able to see different things. There's a lot of people who have not even been able to just kind of see the different things that are out there. So being able to create that experience for other people is just super important for me. Because once you unlock that, like, things like are impossible. Like, you feel like you can do anything.
And that's what unlocked the balanced boss, right?
Exactly. And that's really what it is. So just being able to be that inspiration for other people and knowing that even if it's not directly, indirectly, I have people who do look at me in some type of way, and just being able to provide that experience for them.
Speaking on that, did you have like a certain turning point that you realized what your why actually was, wanting to make that impact on other people?
Yeah, I think it was that time after I realized, okay, I want to create the brand like the Balanced Boss. It really was that, because I feel like, okay, you know, before it wasn't enough. Like, I wasn't going hard enough. And like, I love my mom, I love my dad, family, whoever, but it's like, okay, my why is also being able to get them to push harder. My mom just started her business because I'm on her like 24/7. Like, she been calling Tiera and everything. Like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And I'm like, Mom, you have to do something because she's amazing, and she worked so hard all her life, and it's like there's so much more out there. But don't sit there just because you're comfortable. Like, yeah, you may make $100K nursing and stuff like that, but you work your ass off 24/7.
It's never too late to get started.
Yeah, and it's like, just go out there and get it. Like, you really can do it.
So being like some CEOs, business owners, how tough is it to, like, you know, because it's not like you're working. Like, this is your business.
Right.
If you don't make stuff happen, nothing will get done.
Exactly.
Right. So what type of steps do you take each day to day to like make sure that you're on track to get everything done by a certain time?
So I think for us, we have weekly meetings. So Sunday is our meeting day. So we go ahead and we analyze and we see like what tasks we have to do for the upcoming week, and we just talk about our business in a whole, like, you know, what's going good, what we might need to fix, just have those like, you know, serious conversations with each other about our business. And then we just create a task list. So we break things up like, hey, you might touch this, I might touch this, and then we break it up like that. And that's how it keeps us like afloat right now.
Same. Keeps you
Yeah.
afloat. So when did you guys realize that you needed to actually have weekly meetings?
I be telling T, like, we be bored of each other's phone 24/7. I know she's tired of talking to me. But it was, I don't know, we just had that relationship where it's like we both be on the same page of like we know we need to get stuff done. So I don't know, it wasn't necessarily like we need to figure out what we need to do. We just know like we need to get this done, so we need to be talking. So we started off like, okay, 1st and the 15th of the month, like those are our big business meetings. We come together with everything and we just execute and check in from there. But yeah, I don't know. We just always be on flow.
Absolutely. So do you guys like travel? Like, do you travel to like meet other businesses to do work for them, or is it mostly like virtually on the phone to like connect with them?
Yeah, more so right now it's just on the phones, and then like if it's like local, like in Raleigh or in Charlotte right now. But we're definitely looking to.
How far are you guys want to expand the design group? How far do you want to expand? Like just the Carolinas, or do you want to expand it around the entire country?
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
Everything's big.
Yeah, everything is so big.
Yeah.
What steps do you think is going to take for you guys to get that big? One of the biggest design groups in the country.
Right. It's definitely going to take a lot, and we do talk a lot about like scaling and different things like that. I think our big focus and goal right now is really just mastering where we are right now to be able to create that type of culture and vibe within the Carolinas and like, okay, cool, they are stamped here in North Carolina, and then being able to expand and grow. As far as that, but our goal again is to eventually, have our own studio, different places like that where people can come and actually shoot their content and stuff like within the building and office and stuff like that, and have multiple designers to be able to hire and just that's kind of the goal for it.
Yeah, making it bigger than just us.
So bouncing off of that, what would your next step be? Like, what do you plan on doing in the next coming weeks, the next coming months? Like, what are your next steps for the business?
Next steps, I would say personally is just being able to gain just more clientele. So we have our like loyal customers who come to us, but being able to just reach out and honestly get more retainer clients. That's really the goal, and it should be everyone's goal, especially when you have a business like ours, where it's just a service and kind of going about like that. It's not necessarily like people need you. There's a bunch of different graphic designers out there, so being able to create that relationship where it's like, I only want to go to Opulent Design Group for my work and stuff like that. Right. And being able to scale it like that, I think will really be big.
Absolutely. And then, you guys been in business how long?
So, what is this? This make like 2 months? Like we official
launch like 2 months.
Yeah.
2 months officially?
Yeah.
And when did the idea come about? Like we wanted to start this.
I think I had always had the idea. I don't think I ever told T about it, but it was like in my head, okay, in a few years from now, this is what I want to do. And then Tiera, we were just talking. I think about goals or whatever, just kind of what we wanted to do. She's like, yeah, I want to do that. And I was like, oh my God, me too. She's like, yeah, I think we should do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And so,
I think that conversation happened like, a year ago?
About a year ago. And that's when we started and got the LLC, everything like that. Like we said, officially launched about 2 months ago. And it's been like crazy, everything that's
So how important is preparation every single day?
It is
important. Yeah.
What do you guys do to prepare to like take care of a client?
Right. Do you have a certain routine, or is it just kind of different compared to each client?
Both. So I would say definitely we have let's say for instance, like our clients that are needing like social media management, we have like certain outlines that we have for them. We have certain calls that we have for them, just to make sure they're set up for success. And then once that month comes where we need to start creating that content for them, we already, have hit our dots and T's with, our outlines that we do have. And then just, staying on top of each other, being like, okay, we have XYZ client this week, like those weekly check-ins, like, okay, well, we pretty much talk every day.
Every day.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
So what would you say for someone else that's becoming business owners, or they want to collab as a partnership? What is some advice that you guys would give them as far as starting their own business?
I would say 100%. Like I tell T all the time, like when things get stressful, we got a lot of clients and this and that, I would call her like, Tiera, I don't know how I could do this by myself. Like this never would have been able to be possible by myself. It's just a lot. And being able to kind of have that support when I'm struggling or she's struggling or whatever, it's like, okay, cool, I got your back. You have somebody there to lean on. So as far as people, finding that right partner, which again, it can be sticky. A lot of people also kind of gave us like, are y'all sure y'all want to do that? Like friends in business, da 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 da. But me, I think it's important to kind of have that relationship where y'all can be real with each other. Like
Hold each other accountable.
Yeah, we can call each other and be like, you want BS, like, get this together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can be like that for each other, and we know it's out of love. We may not want to hear it right now. Our kids are like, Tier, this really made me upset that we didn't do this, and vice versa. So being able to kind of do that, I think is super important, kind of a key thing if you are having a partner in the business.
So where are you able to draw that line when it comes to being business partners with friends at the same time? What do you do with those boundaries when it comes to that?
Hold on, repeat that.
Yeah, one more time.
Yeah,
Really
so,
sorry.
so when it comes to like boundaries or having like a certain line, being friends but also business partners, how are you able to separate the two but also make them both to make like a super team almost?
Boundaries, but also friends. But we have separate chats too. Like we
Yeah.
only talk about business in one chat.
Yeah.
The other chat, I'm like, girl, did you see this? But our other chat is like, okay, this is business chat. We know we just talking about business here for real.
And then we definitely try to like make sure we kind of have a balance, like because our friendship is important to each other.
Right.
So we want to make sure that we're still like, you know, checking in with each other, still having those personal conversations. And then when it comes to business, like just making sure that, you know, that is like a different entity of like us.
Right.
So I think that helps us balance each other and like not like feel like we're like, you know, like just feeling like, oh my God, like you're getting on my nerves or, you know, blah, blah, blah. Because some people run into that. Like they start off as friends and then like they start a business together, or they might get into business ventures together and then they're not friends anymore. And we definitely don't want that for each other. So we just make sure like we, you know, just talk to each other, like
yeah,
communicate.
just have those conversations.
Yeah, communication.
Open
Yeah.
communication.
Open
Right.
communication is very
Yeah.
important, absolutely. And like, is it a struggle that you guys face every single day of being a business owner? Is it a struggle that you guys face every single day?
A struggle that we face every single day.
That you feel like you have to overcome to be successful?
I wouldn't say even if it's like just one thing, like this is one thing we're always struggling with.
Okay.
Like it just depends on the day. Like
Yeah.
one day just maybe like I'm tired. Like I don't feel like doing any of this, but I know we have to get this project done.
Right.
Just different stuff like that, or just a bunch of different things. Us maybe not agreeing on something or how something should be ran or whatever it is. Like it's just different things that you go through, and just being able to kind of be an adult for real, and just again that communication is just like super key. Like that has saved us so many times.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take another cheers for this interview. I mean, you guys are giving us
this was
super great
amazing.
information. This is honestly helping me out as a business owner, for real. I'm probably gonna go ahead and pour me some more. Some good. You guys ever had rosé before?
Yes.
Too many of them.
Yes.
Amazing. Rick Ross is the owner of this.
Yeah.
Champagne, is it? Okay. And so, what do you guys have planned for the upcoming week?
Coming week. We have a lot of clients.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of clients. That we
So how do you
do.
schedule out your clients? Like, is it based on a certain project that you have to do that actually ladies gonna be like, okay, I need to take care of this project first, and I have to take care of this project.
Right.
How does it come about? Like actually scheduling out the certain services that you have to fix, and then take care of it.
Right.
Yeah.
It varies. Well, our retainer clients, like those are the individuals, like they always get priority. Like if you're a retainer client, you're paying us this monthly retainer every single month. Like, okay, you're top of the line, and whatever you need, we essentially have that for you. But it really just depends on the project. Like our social media management, like we were saying, it is like different steps that you have to take to it. So it's kind of planned, for different things. But other projects, depending on if they need it, like I need this tomorrow. Like, okay, cool, it's a fee, but you do need it tomorrow. We're gonna get it for you. So it just kind of depends on the project, the urgency of when they need it.
Was it hard to actually set certain prices for your services?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
hard
How did you
part.
guys go about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know what price could determine the amount of time you're putting forth on?
Because it's like at the same time, this is some very valuable services I'm providing for y'all.
Right.
So you gotta pay for it, but at the same time, you don't want it to be too expensive for your clients.
Right. And I think we kind of had like a few, like in the beginning, we had a few calls that we would just talk about like finances and like what we wanted to price our business at. And I think what helped us was just doing research of like what other businesses were doing in our field that we wanted to start. And then just like seeing like, okay, they're charging this amount for, you know, this service, and then seeing like what we know as far as our skill sets, and then kind of like coming towards a price that's like decent enough for like, you know, just a business that's just starting off and getting their feet wet.
Versus a business is actually already established.
Yeah.
Right.
So we took all of that into account, and then we decided what we were comfortable with, like pricing wise.
Absolutely. And so what was you saying earlier about, you was like, the struggles don't really define who you are, is actually overcoming the struggles.
Right. It's about what you do to overcome those struggles.
Right.
So speaking on that, how do you feel like the struggles that you've been through obviously shape you as a person? What have you done to overcome those adversities? What do you feel like others need to know to be able to get over the same issues?
To make sure someone else that's wanting to be in the position that you guys are at right now, that they don't have to go through that to get to where you are.
Yeah. I honestly would say it really is like a matter of just keeping yourself like going. So like I was talking to like my hairstylist about this, and we were talking about like how sometimes you go through certain things in life and you think like that's like the end all be all.
The worst of worst.
Yeah, like oh my God, I can't get through this anymore. And you look at younger women or younger individuals that might be going through like similar situations, and they're thinking like the same thing, like, you know, I can't do this anymore. I can't.
I feel
do
like
this.
I can't get past
get
this.
past it. Yeah, or I need to just quit doing this field of work. But it's like you have to think about like if you keep going, it's gonna get better. So like we were talking about like how, you know, we could just tell different women like just keep going because we've been there and look at where we're at now. Like, but some people, they just get caught up and they stop. But it's like if you would just keep going, or you know, you take this advice and just, you know, it might seem hard now, but if you just keep going, it's gonna get, you know, better, and you're gonna see like that, you know, rainbow at the end that you might have not have known.
So there has been times where you guys felt like you wanted to stop and quit, but you guys kept going.
Right.
And so you're like a living testimony of how it takes to keep going.
Yeah.
There's like certain roadblocks that's there to like try to stop you.
Yeah,
That's very important.
definitely.
So where can all of these people that's watching, you know, even Aunt Tony, myself, where can we find you guys? Like social media platforms, your business, website, like where can everyone find you?
Yes.
All right, well, you can find us at Opulent Design Group _ on Instagram. You'll be able to find us there. My Instagram is DDES _Tiera.
Mine is TEE _ Nichelle, NACHELLE.
And then, yes, of course, our website at www.opulentdesigngroup.net. Be able to see all of our projects and work there. But yeah, just connect with us. We are willing to help any and everyone, even if it's just, hey, I just need a consultation, just help with like, am I going the right direction with my brand? Like, we really are passionate about helping people, no matter what level you're at, be able to grow and expand.
Absolutely. And so like that is the culture insight with one of the CEO owners of Opulent Design Group. We have Destiny, we have Tiera. Is there anything else like you guys want anybody to know?
Yeah, I mean, we just want to say thank y'all for even sharing y'all platform with us.
Thank you for
and giving us
showing
a
some
voice.
love and coming to talk to us today. It was definitely a pleasure.
Well, we just learned the culture of their history and the insight into their future here on the Culture Insight Podcast. So that's everything that we have for today. We're going to go ahead and close it out. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Hey.
Yay.
So happy for you guys.
Thank you so
That was
much.
amazing.